I was activated and stressed about things that don't matter, and I read an article on Teddi Mellencamp and over 20 surgeries, and she has beautiful children, and it just is the most heartbreaking thing in the entire world. I was frustrated with my daughter the other night for something that she did, and yes, of course, we have to discipline our children, and yes, of course, everyday life does matter, but it's hard to believe that when you think about a poor woman suffering. I believe I've only met her once. It's entirely irrelevant. My heart breaks for people who have to go through something like this. I'm like, how's the fright? And, many of us kind of like operate solely for our kids. Like, why do we not drink, or why are we trying to take care of ourselves? Yes, for us, but like, so we could be there for them. It's just a horrible, I want to like rewind the movie. Oh my God, I found myself yelling no, like the second I read it, like wanting to just rewind it and make it not be true. And saying thoughts and prayers, like it just doesn't cut it. And I just feel horrible. And I guess the only thing any of us can do is, yes, pray for their families, but be present with ours and grateful and make it meaningful, because it is so fleeting. And yeah, horrible. I was just thinking of something that I didn't want to do with pertaining to an activity with my daughter, and now I want to do it. I'm really sorry to Teddi and her family. Fiona Platt is, and I don't really know who Rachel Ziegler is, but I have the broad strokes about the Snow White thing, and I just read his tweet to her, sticking up for his dad, about like being a grown-up, and that there's a multi-billion-dollar company that has produced a product, and it's not to be derailed and disrupted and usurped and hijacked by a young woman and her personal beliefs, which I don't even know what her personal beliefs are, and I don't know the context of what she's been talking about, but from like a just business broad stroke perspective, I'm team Jonah Platt. Like, each person, when you're dealing with, it's a corporate situation at that point, honestly. It's not like a small little indie film, which also could not be derailed and hijacked by personal opinions. But you got to understand that there are other people, and that she can't represent and have views that reflect an entire film any more than people can't get up and use the Academy Awards for their personal platform, whether you may agree with it or not. We could all agree with whatever she's saying, which I don't know what it is. I'm just saying the concept, the blanket concept is, this kid is true, is right. Like, shut up. Whatever you're talking about, you're disrupting a whole entire movie. So when a guy gets grabby, run like a thief in the night. Like, I don't ask for things. I'll accept, but I don't ask. And I dated a guy, a man, who was constantly asking, could you get me this? Do you know that person? Can you connect me with this person? Like, usurious. And it was a total red flag. And I would tell my friends and people I worked with, and we'd be like, that's the ultimate ick. Like, a grabby guy is the ultimate ick. Ugh. And one man's best is another man's worst. Meaning, like, you're with the wrong guy. The best he could possibly do is probably the worst that the right guy could possibly do. You're welcome. Out to dinner with some sharks. I was going to stay home tonight because I was in LA on a little playcation, mind your business, for like probably 30 hours. And that was really fun. And I came back and was a little tired. But by the way, note to self, if it sounds like a decent idea, don't just let like I'm going to be tired get in the way of that. Because you know what? I'm really glad that I went on my little playcation. It was worth it. I'm back already. I'm safe. I took a little nap today, which was great. And I was supposed to go out with some people, but it was like a group and I didn't know most of the people. I just don't love making conversation. And I don't mean to be rude. I'm not all that social as it seems like I am, but in doses. Like I go and I do it and then I run back to the nest. Like I'm like, all right, I did that. And now it's time to rest. So today I was just home alone. It was rainy in Florida and I was so happy about that. So I just rested and it was wonderful. And I blew off that plan. I'm a clown, but it's going to work out. This is it. Very good. So I said to them, I don't think I'm going to come, so don't count on me. And then Kevin O'Leary reached out and was like, what are you doing tonight? And I'm like, oh my God, I just got out of my plans. What are you up to? And he's like, let's go to dinner with Damon John. I mean, of course. And I've met his wife not that many times, Damon's, like minimal times. And so that's motivation too. Shark Tank, like the show, intentionally put me with the men to prove that I could hold my own, I'm sure. I like them all. I've worked with Kevin. I talked to Mark a fair amount. Damon is great. Damon and Kevin both live in Miami, so I see them a lot. And I'm excited to go out with them. That's like a low lift. You know what I mean? Like you go out with people you know you like. I like a low lift dinner. I wasn't even supposed to go out. This is like borrowed time. Okay, bye. All right. And lie about what time they wake up. Every man I've ever met says they wake up at 6, and every man I've ever met sleeps till 8. So there's a disconnect, and I want to get to the bottom of it. Do they think they're like more manly if they wake up early? Because I don't give a shit, but I out awake every man I have ever met. Men lie. I am about to F some caviar up. Today has been a day and a half. Kaluga. It's a plastic spoon. Whoa, dude. All right, let's prep this bitch. I mean, I think because I'm dehydrated today, I want to just eat this out of the tin. So I just found a cracker to like not make that so psychotic. And the balls are like big and there's something to break through. It's good. Versus mush. If the individual pearls are larger, you bite through, it's Davoon. Go ahead, you can get it. My dogs. Go ahead, there's caviar there. It's like $5. Go grab it. Whatever these friggin' crackers are that were sent to me, they're like called 212 or Two's, I don't know. It's not Two's company. Why could I eat this entire tin? That's not acceptable. But like, In the words of Bobby Zarin, because I never steal someone's line, one more, that's it. That big potato didn't come fast enough. When you hit the tin, say stop. I could eat the whole thing, but like I gotta basta for a minute at least. Why I'm now eating a pepper that's pickled, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm pregnant with quadruplets. I mean, the fact that we're still together. As if I haven't been eating salt balls. It's sick. Sick. She's sick. This one. Well, let's start with a little butter. Like, that's just enough. You know what I mean? That's like, that could get you there. I need a lot more butter. And I'm gonna need some everything. What are all the things? Onion, garlic, sesame seed pepper. I don't know what all the things are. Everything. After this display, I think Alex Cooper's gonna have to give me her unwell network because she's not nearly as unwell as I am. Not even close, not on her least well day. Yeah, we're gonna do it again. Oops, I did it again. I ate like a pig. This isn't a normal thing to do, eat a tin of caviar. I don't even know if that's like allowed. We are about to find out. This is just an appetizer too. We got a barbecue chicken coming out. But like, do you have any idea how good this is? Like, I'm now eating it with a spoon. A hair growth suggestion. Okay, so I went to a hair growth clinic, and one of the things I didn't realize is how important the scalp health, like the, what do you call it? The follicle needs to be clean and breathing, which makes sense. Like your skin, it's an organ and it has to be breathing and open and not clogged. So there are scalp scrubs, which I love, and washing your hair, not every day, but like every other day or every 2 days is what they suggest, because many of us are trained to go as long as we can. But think about it, the buildup there, the product, the dry shampoo, the conditioner, all the crap, the spray, all of it. So tea tree oil, this is actually, the brand is called Tea Tree. This is a shampoo and conditioner that I use because it basically, I can feel the tingle and I know that it's working. On different days, I'll use a scalp scrub, which is like exfoliating your skin. So I recommend making sure that your scalp is breathing and clean and healthy in order to promote hair growth. Bye. In case you give a shit, this Essence pink powder is as good as the expensive shit. Therefore, the expensive shit is not worth it. Like, look what's going on. It just like closes up the story and brightens where it needs to brighten. And I'm not scared of powder. This powder makes me not scared of powder. Yeah, when I sit down and do makeup, I tell you stories because I rarely do that. So today I'm doing a little makeup for the podcast. I'm telling you a couple of stories. And this story is one with a happy ending. You're welcome. In case you give a shit,